There are a lot of trading videos on YouTube that claim you can make a lot of money if you follow their simple strategies. They claim to have high win rates and high ROIs. Are these videos legit? Are they a scam? Or maybe some are profitable and some are not. In this series, we are going to rigorously backtest multiple strategies one by one across multiple markets, multiple timeframes, and across a long period of time to make sure that we truly know if the strategies are profitable or not. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first video that we're going to be looking at is from a channel called TradingLab. The video is called Best Scalping Trading Strategy for Beginners, How to Scalp Forex, Stocks, and Crypto. This video currently has over 1 million views, and it states that it works for almost all time frames, all markets, and it's back tested and proven to work. So let's go ahead and do the actual back testing and figure out if you can make money with this strategy. Now let's talk about the simple entry conditions in order to enter a trade for this strategy. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. If you do want to understand this strategy better, go watch the original video, but we'll do a high-level overview here. So firstly, we plot the 200 period EMA line, and we're only going to enter trades if our price is above that line, meaning we're only taking long positions here. We also need our RSI indicator to be above the midline value of 50, and we need to wait for a green engulfing candle. When all three of those line up, we are going to enter into a long position. We're going to set our stop loss at one candle body below the engulfing candle, and then we set a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, meaning our take profit is going to be 2 times larger than our stop loss. This setup is very simple and doesn't allow for any subjectivity, so it's very easy to code in our backtesting script. So that's exactly what I did next. I wrote a PineScript to encapsulate all these conditions into a testable strategy file that I can run on TradingView over any time frame. So let's go ahead and jump on over to TradingView. Here is the PineScript that I've written in order to test out this strategy. All we have to do is go to the strategy tester and load it up. It's already loaded here. I'm looking at ETHUSD on the 15-minute time frame, and we see a nice 60% ROI on my original $1,000 of capital. The first thing I want to show you is how these trades work in action. For example, if I look at my list of trades, I see I entered in a long position at 7 a.m. on September 3rd. That is right here. So just going back through our entry conditions, the RSI is over 50. Our price is over the 200 EMA line, and we see an engulfing candle right here. So we enter in right at the start of, right at the open of this candle, and 2 candle bodies down below is our stop loss, and 2 stop loss lengths is our take profit. So we see that the price kind of stays towards the middle, and eventually we hit our stop loss down there. So that's a losing trade, and that's why we see a minus $3.63 on that trade. Similarly, if we go back and look for another one, we see another entry around August 30th, RSI above 50, price above the 200 EMA, and we see this engulfing candle. So we enter in at the open of that candle. We see our stop loss and take profit in red and green lines, and we see that the price slowly after about 8 periods hits our take profit. So that shows us a winning trade. We can cycle through different time periods, or we can look at different assets. I'm going to take a look at, let's go to Forex, see the Euro USD. Let's take a look at how this strategy performed. Looks like this one only made marginal gains at 2%. And we also see that that win rate is hovering around 33%, which is pretty low over the last year. Let's take a look at Tesla stock now. See how this performs in the stock market. A much better gain, 24% with 36% win rate. That is still a very low win rate, which doesn't live up to the high win rate that was advertised in the video. The best place to check out the analysis of all of these assets that I have in my watch list over here would be on my website where I put up all this analysis. It's called traderping.com. You can just go to the link down in the description and you can take a look at basically a table of all these assets performances, and it's a lot easier to digest that way. We see ETH actually had the highest win rate at 38%, which is still very low. And for that 60% ROI, we can probably attribute that to the fact that this is a long only strategy, and ETH has increased by like over 100% in the last year. So just buying and holding ETH would have returned 100%. So our strategy actually performed worse than buying and holding it. Also on this page, you can take a look at some more granular backtest results. For example, you can see the cumulative P&L of our selected strategy. And you can also take a look at the trade data here as well. So it's basically looking at like how we were looking at those trades previously, where it'll show you the entries and exits and basically the P&L of that specific trade. And at the bottom of the page, you can grab the PineScript as well to throw in TradingView if you want to test it out with different assets or different time frames. In conclusion, this wasn't a very good strategy, an extremely low win rate and low ROIs in comparison to the raw asset appreciation over the past year. If we look at stocks, Tesla did really well. Apple didn't do anything special, and Microsoft actually incurred a loss. It doesn't look like this works in Forex either, so I would definitely label this as an unprofitable strategy. If you enjoyed getting to the bottom of this mystery with me, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to creating more videos dissecting other popular YouTube strategies just like this one.